Okay, everyone's asking me about the patch. Let's do a patch overview. That way, I'm gonna just do one patch overview. That way, people stop asking me. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Okay. So sorry, no. So, I mean, it's a normal question. The patch just came out. Okay, so Ana, she's gonna be stronger. Horus will be stronger, especially on maps where you can stall objectives, like a Curse Hollow Garden, Towers of Doom. She's gonna be really annoying. And then I mean, I already thought Grenade at 1 and 7 was the best, anyways, but now it's gonna be even better. Or not Grenade at 1, is it Grenade at 1 and 1 and 7 or 1 and 4? Forget. I think it's gonna be even better. So yeah, Ana better. Okay, but she's still gonna be situational because she's diveable. And then let's see. This looks kind of pog, but I would still go the. I don't know. Would I go? I'd probably still go the slows on the demons. But I don't know who even plays this hero. Go next. Okay, Genji. I think this one could be good with Dragon Blade. Like if you want to go the E build, you don't really need E at 1, so you could go like E at 4 or Dragon Claw plus Dragon Blade, and that could be really good. But I would still default to D build with X Strike. And yeah, I think Genji is basically the same. You won't be able to route structures as much anymore, but he's basically the same. Like X Strike being long on cooldowns, whatever, because it was up all the time anyways. Now it'll be up slightly less, but it does more damage, which is nice. So like overall, he'll be basically the same. And then Imperius. Let me read what it does now. Let me do a little side by side. Okay, so right now, it's 10-second cooldown with 35 and 80 damage. 10-second cooldown with 35 and 80 damage. So what we're getting now, it'll be 8-second cooldown baseline. And these numbers, that 35 is going to go up by 180%. And does that mean that Impaling Light? Oh, this is a talent. Okay, it's a talent. Okay, so you have to go the Q talent in order to get these benefits. So instead of it being 1.25 per target per brand on the target, now it's 2 seconds just overall, and now it's only 1 second for each brand. And then the damage bonus, it went from 75 to 180, so pretty big buff. Before it was only 75% extra. Yeah, this Q at 1 looks strong. It might be a must take. Although I love W at 1, so I don't know. And then the 7 got nerfed kind of hard because it used to work on your E. And then the W7 got buffed, which was nice because I was going that W7 before a little bit. So I think on Braxis, I'd probably go like Q1 W7 or maybe W1 W7 still. And then okay, what they nerf about the 20? All shields don't. Okay, the 20. I used to like the 20, like to help the homies out. So now that 600 shield for 3 seconds, it's just gonna be 600 shield per it won't expire after 3 seconds, which is really nice. And then what does it say about the? Oh, okay. Well, this doesn't really matter. So this one would just be a little bit better. I would still go the self cleanse most game because you kind of need the survivability late game of the cleanse talent. But this is an option for your team. Like I actually like it a lot against certain comps. Like if I'm going shield 10, like I'd normally upgrade it anyways. So I'd probably upgrade if I go shield at 10. But most of the time I go kidnap anyways. So I'll probably still most of the time go the kidnap ult with the 20 unstoppable. But if I do go the 10 shield, I'm definitely go the upgrade most of the time. And then Lunara. So I don't even know what this means. Now grants 3 set. Hold on, let me pull up Lunara. What it does now. So normally, if you Q, your next auto splashes up to 4 people, or it can hit up to 4 people, right? And you could have before. I used to be able to pre-charge this. So like I could Q and base, and I would have this splintered up until I auto attacked, and then I could Q auto attack again. So you could get 8 spreads immediately if you like pre-charged it. But I think that let's read this again carefully. Now it grants 3 stacks. So now you get 3 stacks right away. And I don't know if that means 3 stacks of 4 autos or just 3 stacks meaning 3 autos. I'm not too sure what that means. We'll have to see how that works functionally. Oh, okay. If there's less than 3. Okay, I see. So honestly, I probably still go. I would still go the other Q talent most games. I would still recommend this talent unless if you're playing against an Uther or a monk. If you're playing against an Uther or a monk or an Ana, then I would go the Splintered Spear for the AoE poke. But I would still recommend going Choking Pollen otherwise. Okay, now let's read the rest. Endless Spores Hour Funds 50 mana. That's the one that makes your W not decay? Oh no, this is the CDR on your W. Which this is decent with auto build. But I would still go Abolish or Spell Shield most games. But if you do go that talent auto build, that's some nice mana sustain, some nice quality of life there as well. And then 20 Vines looks pretty insane. Is that 20 Vine? Forest Wrath, yeah. That looks pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. Because 20 Vines was already like her best 20 if you went Vines. And now it looks even better. What is Forest Wrath? What is Forest Wrath? What is Forest Wrath? That's not even a thing. Oh, wait. Wait. You got... Wait. Forest Wrath is the existing one. So now you have two 20 Vine talents? Is that what you're telling me? There's now 220 Vine talents? Oh, so Forest Wrath... It doesn't give you range anymore? Oh, it'll give you range on either ult, huh? And vision range? Ooh. Okay, so I think the way I see it, if I go Leap, I'm gonna go Forest Wrath. But if I go Vines, I'm gonna go the new one. I think that's probably how I would do it. So if I go Leap, I'm gonna go Forest Wrath. And if I go Vines, I'm gonna go for the Wildlands. I think that's how I'll do it. Okay, now Malthael. Let me take a little peek at Malthael real quick. Okay, Malthael. So your W range, baseline increase. So what does 35% even mean? What does 35% even mean? If we think about it. So like normally Normally it's like this, right? This is 5. This is what they call 5. Now what's 35% of 5? Can we do some calculations? 0.35 times 5. 1.75. So normally you would go from 5 to 6.75. Okay? Normally if you take this, you go from 5 to 6.75. When we're talking about the range, you go from 5 to 6.75. Okay? However, now baseline, you're just... sorry, 6. Oh man, 6. Okay, hold on. What's 0.35 is 6? 0.35 is 6. 2.1. Okay, so normally you're going from 6 to 8.1. Okay? Normally you're going from 6 to 8.1. That's what you normally do. You're going from 6 to 8.1. But now, you're just 6 to 7. You're just 6 to 7. But, if you were to go this one now, in the new patch, you're going from 7 to... Hold on, 7 times 0.35. You're going from 7 to 9.45. 9.45? That's insane. That's insane range. That's insane range. Now, if you pair that with the E, okay, if you pair that with the E, your E range goes from this. Your E range is going. Your E range is your E range is normally like normally with the upgraded E range. With the upgraded E range, I can E from here, right? But I can't W from here. But with the new talent, I can W from there. Ooh. So you can basically W from like giga screen away. So, in effect, would I be taking W at 1 now? The thing is, Fear the Reaper. The thing is, Fear the Reaper, it helps. Yo, get this Arthas away from me. You need this out. Fear the Reaper helps a lot with like hiding and escaping ganks, especially, and like 2v1 scenarios. So if I'm on a map where I feel like I'm gonna get ganked a lot, like let's say I'm trying to double soak on towers and they have a Genji or Falstad roamer, similarly on like Alterac or something, right? So if that's the case, then I'll probably still go Fear the Reaper. But otherwise, like if I'm playing Malthael on like an Infernal Shrines or like I don't know, like a map or a situation where I don't think I'm gonna be ganked that much, then I'm definitely gonna go for the W at 1 with the E at 4. But let's take a look at what else they changed. So they buffed this Black Harvest. I actually like Black Harvest a decent amount. I used to go at a decent amount, only into like 3 or 4 melees. Like if they got big chunky boys. Otherwise, I think E at 4 or Q at 4 is better. But this would just make this a bit more of a choice. If you don't feel like going E at 4, like if you don't feel like you need it because there's such short range. But the thing is, like your E is like pretty easy to miss.
Kure might be looking at all the teams in NA, but not all the teams in NA are looking at Kure. That guy's the most overhyped player in NA.
PogChamp.
Thank you for the sub, Godspeed. Welcome back, 7 months. Welcome back to most overhyped stream in NA. Okay, so I think most of the time I'll still go E at 4 with W at 1. Now, Tormented Souls. Hold on, Tormented Souls. So let's see what Tormented Souls does now as a little refresher. So right now, what Tormented Souls does is, whenever you cast it, you get your W back. So normally what you want to do, is you hit them with the EWRW. Something like that, you know? Something like that. Something like EWRW. Like instantly, right? And then you get another W back. But now what you're getting is, you don't get that reset. So the EWRW combo no longer exists. Okay, the EWRW combo no longer exists. However, you're only getting a 2-second cooldown. Is this passively? I think is this passively 2 seconds? Or is it still... Oh, you still get it when it starts. You're right. So it does exist. It does exist. EWRW still exists. So now, oh my god, this looks busted, by the way. This 20 looks busted. I just read this. Okay, so it's only 2 seconds while it's active. Okay. So I think I would probably default to Tormented Souls now. I think the build I'll default to now is I have to test it, but I think I would go this, 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 and this. I think this is probably what I would default to. However, Last Rites is still really OP, especially if you're playing against something like an Arthas or a Diablo or a Cho'Gall or one of those. But yeah, I think I'll default to this. You get one more W now. EW, RW. Okay, so basically my Malthael's OP. Yeah, Malthael looks like he's gonna be a lot. I already thought Malthael was low-key OP. Just like hard to play and like situational. But so now I think he's gonna be really, really strong. But we'll have to test it when it does come out. But yeah, it's looking good. Zag, this is a pretty nice nerf because this sound was OP. And this was but this is one of the main things that made Zag viable in like high rank. But I don't know, like that's gonna be like only 0.25. I mean, it is per roach per auto, and like you with the 7th talent you get 3 roaches, and they're autoing pretty fast. So we'll have to see. Like, I mean, it'll just like drop her win rate a little bit, but I think in situations where she's good, like bottom lane D Shard anchor, or like overall like on any big map against non-dive, I think she's still gonna be good. And maybe you can consider Mutalisk more, but I would still probably go the E7, E16, Giant Killer 16. And then the rest of those bug fixes, no one cares, 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 no one cares. Big. Okay, that's it. Hash done. Any questions?